Hi guys, welcome back to the Pride Villa. So here's another preview going into the West Ham game on Sunday and just talking a bit about the last game against Crystal Palace and also about the Bolton game in the Carabao Cup. So if you're going to stick around, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're around, I believe, 350 off 1,000. It's not too far now, so please, if you can, please subscribe to this channel. And yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So then to start the video off, we might as well just talk a little bit about the Palace game. Obviously, we've had sort of a week now to look at it. Just wasn't a good performance at all. I wouldn't say it's been the worst this season, but you know, pretty much it looked exactly like the Bournemouth game, I guess you could say. But I just sort of want to move past it now because I just want. At the end of the day, all we want is success at our club, and I think going into this West Ham game is a massive opportunity. We can look back at that Crystal Palace game and just look at the general formation, who stuck out, who didn't stick out, and yeah, just all in all, we've just got to write it off now. I mean, obviously it's Palace at the end of the day, we should be getting something from them, but they have looked a way better side than Vieira, and I can only give them full credit for it. But yeah, the Bolton game the other night, I'd still say I think the first half was very poor. The second half, it wasn't just the subs that really made it a bit of a better half. It was just, they probably got a bit of a bollocking in the changing room, I think. And yeah, it just looked a bit better. I'm not saying it was top notch, but it was a bit better. And obviously, we ended up getting a 4-1 win at the end with a really ridiculous goal from Douglas Luiz, which, it's one of the reasons he is on corners. And we were all judging him off that. But if you can do that in the Premier League, then fair play. And obviously Leon Bailey's goal as well, which really, it was just something to look at, weren't it? Just had a bit of a try finesse to it. But yeah, and then obviously yesterday we did draw Man United once again. I don't really want to talk about that. If you do follow me on Twitter, you know how pissed off I am with it. But it is what it is. Maybe we'll get through this time. But going in to this West Ham game, it's huge. And I know people say, oh, it's not because it's so early in the season. I mean, the Premier League's a fast-paced league at the end of the day. You need as many points as you can. You need around 36, I'd say, just to be safe in the Prem now. So, every win is vital. And, West Ham, obviously, a team that we haven't beaten since we've been promoted. I think we've got around 2 draws out of them in our time back in the Prem. But, the last few games have just absolutely dominated us. Obviously last season at home, they did us 4-1. Weren't a good game at all, but one of the reasons Dino got sacked. And then the game with Gerrard at West Ham, it was just a bit of a poor performance, I think it was, after we went on that winning streak, like just beating everyone like 3-4-0. But, yeah, it's just a huge game. See, West Ham haven't got any points this season. I don't think they've scored either. Obviously 3 games in. And when you look at their squad, they've got, the likes of Scamata, I think is how you pronounce his name. As a striker, you got, what's his name? Areola in goal. I'm sorry, I'm not too educated on them, but you just know, with their recent history, obviously getting Europa League, getting the Conference League, they're not a walkover team. And I just have it in the back of my mind, this is the time that they're going to beat us, but I just don't want that to happen. But yeah, we'll just go into the team I'd put out for this one. I keep Martinez in goal. I think he's just been very. I'm disappointed with the squad because we know how good Martinez is, and I'm not going to blame him for the recent goals we've conceded. At the end of the day, a keeper can do what a keeper does, but it's the defenders who have to put a shift in as well. So yeah, Martinez is in goal for me. Back 4, I am going to go Luke Dean, Mings, Chambers, and Matty Cash. I don't think Chambers had an absolute outstanding game against Bolton, but what I saw warrants him to get the start over Konza. Not that I've got anything against Konza, it's just I think James has a bit more experience in the Prem. Midfield, I've got to say now, I think Douglas Luiz needs to step back in. I don't know why he was off the bench because when he starts with us, there's a bit more of a flow in the game. So I want him starting. Obviously, John McGinn will have to start because he's captain, which I thought, I'm not going to abuse him or anything, but he was by far the worst player against Bolton the other night. And then I will put in Kamara as well. I mean, Kamara is one of them. I'm not going to really slag off it at all. Not that he's done anything wrong. He's still very young and he's going to mature with Villa. So, there's a lot more to come from him. I think he's just had a little bit of a slow start. But, once he's gelled in properly, I think he's going to be a really, really good player for us. Then front three, I am going to go with Ollie Watkins, Danny Ings, and I'm going to go with Buendia. Obviously leaving Coutinho on the bench because I did see Coutinho trying against Bolton. I can't lie. I'm not going to say that he was just piss poor again, but he did try. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the confidence. I don't know if he's not getting motivated enough. I'm not too sure what's going on with Coutinho, but I do feel like soon we're going to see a really vast improvement in him, and I really hope I do because he's Philippe Coutinho at the end of the day. He should be doing better than this. But yeah, I think that is the best team we can put out against West Ham on the day, and it is at Villa Park. So obviously, we've got to just make it a fortress once again, like we did against Everton, because he was one of the main reasons we beat Everton this season. But I am very nervous going into this one because, as I said before, I feel like this is the game West Ham will probably just win, and they have obviously a really good record against us at home and away. But my score prediction, I got two. It could either be 2-0 West Ham or it can be a very nervous 1-0 Villa, and I think Danny Ings will score the winner. Whether it's a penalty, a header, comes off someone's arse. I just want us to get more points. Have a good lap in form, because we've got West Ham next. Obviously, it's not an easy game at all, but with their recent form, we've got to try and get something. I'd even get a point, honestly. Then Arsenal, top of the league right now. Look how amazing their squad is. You wouldn't think it when they've sold logs of Aubameyang, Lacazette, and etc. And we've got Man City after that at home. With logs of Erling Haaland up front. So it's going to be quite a hard run of fixtures. But that's why I keep saying West Ham, we need to pounce on it, because I'm not saying we can afford to lose to Man City and Arsenal. We want to get points out of them, but at least we have those 3 points or even a point against West Ham. But yeah, that is my thoughts going into this game. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if there is any West Ham fans, let me know in the comments what you think going into this game, because it ain't been the best start to the season. I want to know as well, are you David Moyes in or are you David Moyes out? Personally, I think he does need a bit more time. But, obviously it's the Premier League. Something needs to change, I guess. But yeah, up the Villa, with the pride of Villa. We'll see you in the next video.